Okay. Hi guys. Welcome to another one of my sit down talking videos. I'm Lauren. Nice to meet you. If we haven't met before, welcome. Today, I just wanted to make a positive video because a lot of my stuff in life right now is not the most positive. So I figured I would just go ahead and talk about some of the things that really make me happy and give some positivity, give some light. Maybe you guys like the stuff that I like. I don't know. But I just needed to kind of put out some positive vibes because that's what I need to do. I wrote a whole list in my little pocket notebook here. Has all my secrets, okay? The first one is a spring day where you can wear pants and it's t-shirt weather. And it's fine. Everything is fine. You're not too hot. You're not too cold. It's like the weather where like it's out of frigidness and it's not so boiling hot. It's like that sweet spot, the in-between of like, this is comfortable. I'm wearing pants, like short sleeve shirt, nothing else. Don't need to carry a jacket with me, put it on or off or whatever. It's like that perfect 67 kind of degree weather. Love that. Like that's literally such good weather. And I look forward to that every single year. Is literally just the spring and pants and t-shirt weather. I like to wear pants because I just don't like shorts that much. I have really skinny legs. I'm gonna be so honest. I have really skinny legs and like, I don't know. I just don't like showing them really. And also like shorts are just complicated. Like I like longer shorts. That doesn't mean they look good on me, but that's just kind of what I like. But pants are more fun, you know? They also can have more pockets. So I don't know, I like pants better than shorts. There's that. I think I'd rather honestly sweat in pants on like a summer day than rather wear shorts. Also, if I'm going on a plane ride or I'm sitting on a train or, you know, something like that out in public, like I don't want my bare legs to be touching like the dirty seats and stuff. You know, like maybe I'm just a germ freak. I don't know. That probably is it. But yeah, like I can't mentally handle that. But I just like wearing pants. I don't know. They're just more comfortable. I feel more secure. I have skinny legs, so it just doesn't, it doesn't track. But yeah, pants and short sleeve shirt weather, beautiful. I like wearing short sleeves because I get to show off my tattoos. And I love my tattoos. And I put in time and money into them, so I'm obviously going to want to show them off because I think they're very cool. And yeah, I'm just a short sleeve kind of gal. I also think it's more freeing because you have more movement. I don't know. Maybe that's just a me thing. But I've been kind of getting into wearing like long sleeve collared shirts. I don't know what it is about it, but I just am into them right now. And honestly, they protect my tattoos from the sun because I tend to get very sunburnt if I'm not careful out in the sun for too long. A summer morning, drinking coffee, preferably close to a beach. I love beaches. I've always been there as a kid. My family has loved beaches. Like that's their ideal vacation, is just going to a beach and doing beach stuff, sitting there laying, and you know, I'll be out in the ocean, going on walks, finding things in the sand, you know. So I'm a very adventurous person, so you know, the beach gets a little boring after like 3 days of doing that. But drinking like coffee in the morning and like, I don't know, sitting on a balcony and overlooking a view, it's just nice. There's something simple about it. There's something very peaceful. It's like when smokers talk about having a cigarette and coffee in the morning. It's like a ritual. It gets you prepared and ready in the morning, and that's something that I also do. It's like a ritual for me. It's calming. It's, I don't know, a part of my routine. And I like routine, obviously, because I have ADHD. Shocker. But I don't know. Like, it's just something that, like, I mean, caffeine doesn't really do much for me unless I have an over excessive amount. But to have a little bit in the morning, it's just like a nice way to like slow down, have a nice little slow morning, you know, and preferably by a beach because like there's more oxygen. I get to think more. I get to ask myself more questions, and I feel less condensed, I guess. I don't know. When I'm by the ocean, things just happen. My brain gets like a lot of space. I don't know why it's the ocean. It's just something about it. I can't really describe it, but that's just how it goes. So yeah, so I like having my mornings to myself. I like having space to sit down and reflect. What happened yesterday? What am I going to do today? How am I going to get things done? What do I want to accomplish? All those things come at me in the morning, and I just need space and time to figure it out. And I think coffee helps me, and a good view helps me out with that. I like it. It's nice. It's a little, I'm getting ready for the day. When I'm on the road and I'm traveling, I still like to have coffee in the mornings. I still like to get up early, like extra early, to allow that time for myself, because I find that if I just get up and get ready and I haven't gone through that process, I'm very like scatterbrained. I'm not in it. Like, I'm just thinking about all different kinds of things and more likely to mess up my work or something. So I just, I try to set aside that time for myself in the morning, and coffee and a nice view does that very well for me. The third thing is when my cat sits on my chest. Well, my cat did sit on my chest. Unfortunately, she passed away last week or so. I mean, by the time you're seeing this, it's probably going to be, I don't know, almost a month, because I have my videos backlogged. But yeah, there's nothing like a cat laying on your chest and purring. There's no feeling quite like that. They do that to heal you in a way, and they also do that to heal them too. It's like a whole thing. You should Google it. It's really cute. But that feeling is very calming, and I love that feeling. It brings me so much peace. And yeah, it's sad that I, don't get to have that anymore until, like, I don't know, I make the decision of getting another cat or something. But I don't know, I can't really fathom doing that right now. But yeah, that's one of like the best feelings, honestly, because there's like pressure on your chest, and it's like also like warm and it's fuzzy, and like both parties are happy. And if you guys have never experienced that, I highly recommend you trying to find a cat that's sweet enough that will do that. And I swear you will never let go of that feeling ever in your life. So mark my words, it's one of the best feelings in life, I think. My personal opinion. Yeah, that's something that I cherish and I adore and I think about all the time. Number 4, something that really brings me joy, is wearing an analog watch. I have had a thing for watches for like a while now. I've always worn a watch. I've always kept the time on me because I think that time is very important. I have this thing where I feel like time is always getting away from me, and I need to make the most of my time and put my time and energy into things that are gonna last and are, I don't know, it's not wasteful. You know what I mean? Like, going out getting drunk and partying is not time well spent. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very specific on where I spend my time, who gets my time, because time is very valuable. It's honestly the most valuable thing you have other than your attention. So for me, wearing an analog watch it's always a reminder to myself that, hey, like, time's ticking. And I know it was made up by somebody trying to, keep track of things and when to meet people and everything. And, it's just a number. It doesn't exist, but it does, though. But it does. It's a reminder that things aren't permanent, and they're never going to be permanent, because everything is changing all the time. And, not to be morbid or anything, but like, everyone's gonna die. Everything's like, it all changes and morphs into that. So it's like, it's just a reminder that time is of the essence. And if you're going to do something, you better do it soon, because who knows when your time is up and how much time you have left. So I also think that wearing an analog watch, I mean, they're just beautiful. Like, they're stunning, having a nice piece on your wrist, it just makes you feel good. It makes you feel more, I don't know, chic. It makes you feel more put together, I guess. I mean, a watch can go with literally any outfit and enhance that look. Even if it is sweatpants, you still look 10 times better than if you didn't have a watch. I don't know. That's just my opinion. That's what I do. I don't really like the Apple Watches or like the Garmin's. I have one. I never really wear it anymore. I used to wear it a lot, but I never really wear it anymore because I don't like getting texts on it. I don't like charging it. All of my watches are usually mechanical, so like movement will charge it, or they're solar powered, so the sun, any kind of light will charge it. But yeah, I'm not a fan of like, charging the watches like every 2 days or whatever, and like worrying about that battery dying. Like, I'm already worried about my phone battery dying. Like, I'm one of those people that likes to keep their phone battery at like 100% to like 50, and then like anything below that, like, my phone's dying to me. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, an analog watch is it's just a nice little touch. It's a nice thing. It brings me joy that I can get into it and, really appreciate the work and the craftsmanship that goes into watches. They're just nice. They're just nice to look at. I just like looking at it. And it does serve a purpose, But yeah, I think it's good to wear a watch anyways, because like, it's just so much easier than pulling out your phone and checking the time and then you getting distracted. That's what I think I really try to do, is I really try to limit distractions, because I already know that I have ADHD and distractions are a common theme. So I really try to limit myself with my phone. So wearing a watch is nice, because I could just go, oh, that's the time. Or someone will ask, hey, what's the time? And I'll be like, oh, this is it. I don't know what those sound effects are, man. But I'm just telling you, like, what I think and like my views and how everything is for me. But yeah, analog watches bring me joy. It's also sentimental. I have a watch from my dad. I have a watch from my brother. And those are sentimental pieces. Like, I feel like I'll never get rid of them because, I don't know, they're sentimental. Like, I have a piece of my dad and my brother with me always. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's cool in that way as well. I really try not to get too many, but I do like watches, and they do bring me joy and happiness. It's kind of like cameras, but we won't get into that one. I was just lying. Number 5 is carrying a camera wherever I go. I've talked about this in a few other videos, but like, I'm materialistically attached to cameras. I feel safe when I have a camera because I can always record moments and keep them forever. And that to me is very comforting, because I just don't like when things just don't exist anymore. Like, I don't like when things just dissipate and leave. The issues are coming out. No, but like, I'm telling you, like, I like capturing moments because I like looking back and learning from that, and also just reliving the beautiful moment that I captured. Yeah, cameras are just like a safety net for me. I'm always scared of losing my memory, so I always have a camera to have that memory for me. And I make videos to capture those moments, those memories, and those feelings that I felt during that time. And I get to look back and remind myself of like how I felt, what I was doing, what was going on. And so, yeah, I can kind of relax on the worrying about my brain loss, my memory loss, because I have a digital space where everything is put into hard drives and folders that are dated and, described, everything. So that's very nice. Like, I can go back and I know what moments of my life I've filmed and how I've got through some situations and things that I've dealt with. And it's kind of like a diary, you know? But yeah, so cameras have to be with me wherever I go. Waterproof, not waterproof, any kind of camera will do. As long as it has video capability, I will be happy. But yeah, it's just, I love doing it. I love trying to find new angles and shots and scenes, and I just like putting it together. I like tinkering, I like tinkering with video. It just brings me so much joy. Like, it just makes me feel so good inside, because like that's my purpose. That's my intention. To capture memories and moments and make it into something beautiful as the art. The next thing is a great movie that takes me out of my reality. There are a lot of movies out there, and I have watched a lot of movies. Trust me, a lot. But the ones that stick in my head are the ones that have really taken me out of reality and put me into the movie. And I feel like I'm right there and I'm watching everything happen. And sometimes in my real life, I'll just like sit somewhere and I'll be watching people, I don't know, like have an argument or whatever, and I'll just be sitting and I'll just be watching, like I'm watching a freaking movie. And it's just like, I'm like, wow, this is literally just a movie. Like, I'm literally living in a movie right now. So I just like when movies are really, really good and I learn something from them and it actually like sticks with me. And I'm like, man, remember that movie and like that scene? Or like I'll use quotes from a movie. I love movie quotes. I honestly don't get to do them much at all because like, I don't know, I guess nobody watches movies anymore really, or nobody has the attention span to watch movies anymore. Everyone's attention span is shot. Anyway, I digress on that. I just love a good movie that I can just sit down and watch through and be very entertained through all of it. As a movie kid, sometimes when I watch movies, like there'll just be boring parts and I'll just be like, I'll go on my phone or something like that. Like, I just like watching a movie and having it keep my attention all the way through. And I'm like, you know what? That was a good movie. I love that feeling, because then after that movie, you're like in a movie coma, I call it, and you're just like thinking about it. And you're like, okay, well, how does this apply to my life? Like, is this what this is going on? Like, they went through this, well, I went through that. Like, and you start relating and, thinking of all these things. At least I do. This is just how my brain works. This all is just how my brain works and like what makes me happy. So, good movies get you in your feels. The next one is number 7, I think. The first day of vacation. I love the first day of vacation. You're so excited. Everything's new. You're in this experience and you're figuring it out, and it's real, it's authentic. You are really happy and you're just happy. Like, it's pure happiness. You're not thinking about anything else outside world. Like on vacation, you're literally just focused. That first day, you're just focused on where you are. And you're so in tuned and aware of like where you are because you don't know where you are. So you have to be like even more aware. I think it really makes you live in the moment the first day of vacation because of all those things that are going on and so many things you want to do. And you're just like, you're in it and you feel alive because you're not, worried about, oh my God, did I do that for work? Or should I have done this or whatever? You're literally just in it and you're present. And I love when I can feel fully present in a moment. It's really hard these days to be fully present because, everything again is pulling our attention everywhere and it's really hard to be present where you are. And I think people forget that. But that is something that makes me really happy is the first day of vacation because you're figuring it all out. You're very present. You're very aware. You're learning new things. You're growing. It's exciting. There's movement. It's action. I just love it. I love the first day of vacation. It's immaculate. Okay. The next one is dancing to songs that make me move. I have this thing with music where I will listen to a song over and over and over and over and over again if it's good. And it music to me, if it's good, it'll make me like move and I'll want to like dance to it, And when I listen to a song for the first time, I'm like, ooh, that was so good. And I listen to it again and again and again. Like I love that feeling. And then dancing to it just adds another level of just like happiness. I've watched and read these things about like the blue zones and people being happy in these specific parts of the country and stuff like that. And I forget one of the places, I think it was either in like Spain or Italy or something, dancing was something that everybody did. And dancing releases this like dopamine rush because you're moving your body, you're getting the like, I don't know, quote unquote exercise, I guess. And it's like sparking things in your brain and it's healthy for you to be dancing. And I don't know, I like songs that make me get up and move. I just love music in general. I just think it's such a great thing. Music says stuff that we sometimes can't even describe ourselves. And it's relatable and, those chemicals be moving when you hear a song that you just love. And I love that feeling. And yeah. And then I just dance. I just let it out. It doesn't even have to be good dancing. Like it could just be like you're letting yourself go. Like it's a freeing kind of moment. And I think that's what I love about like dancing to songs that make me feel something. Yeah. I just love it. I'm getting like such good dopamine hits from talking about this stuff. This is great. I should have done this way earlier. Okay. This is something that I love. It's a very small thing, but when I'm like really, really thirsty and I go to pick up my water bottle and it's full, oh my God. I cannot tell you how many times I've been so depressed when I go and pick up a water bottle and it is empty. I literally hate that feeling. But when it's full and you just get to drink it all, it's one of the best feelings, honestly. That makes me happy. It really does. I love full water bottles. Another thing, finishing everything on my list. Because I have ADHD, I have a lot of lists. I have a to-do list, and then I have a backlog list of things that I can do if I get my first list done. And when I finish both lists, I'm so happy at the end of the day. I feel like I've accomplished something. I feel like, I've done something with my life. Just in a better mood because I feel like I'm progressing. I'm moving towards something because I got things done and I've checked things off of a list that I needed to do and hadn't had the opportunity to do it previously or whatever. But checking those things off the list, it just inspires me, it motivates me, and I don't know, it just gets me to do more, I guess. I always make it a competition with myself to get everything done on my list that I need to, because I know that the end feeling will be so good, so satisfying. Like, it's just nice. And then when someone asks you, oh, what'd you do today? You can be like, da 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 da. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. Lists are a big part of my life and a big part of my routine and things like that. And I don't know. I just think it's fun. I think it makes work a little bit enjoyable, because like every time you get to check off or cross something off your list, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Just like, I'm doing something. I'm working towards something. I'm working on it. Because I feel like a lot of times in life, we feel like a lot of people are doing way better than us, and we're not where we want to be in life. We should be here or we should be there. I feel like we think about where we should be rather than like where we are. And I think by doing lists and getting lists done, it kind of dissipates that feeling. It makes that loud noise in the back of your head of like, you should be doing this, or, look at that person, they're doing that, like you should be doing that. I think it makes it go a little bit quieter. Some people may not have that voice, but I certainly do, and it's not fun. She's not fun to deal with. Anyways, but yeah, getting my list done and completed for the day, love that feeling. Another good thing that really makes me happy is when someone can make me belly laugh. Like, laugh from deep within. Like, there's just something about it when someone's funny and they make you laugh a lot. Like, to the point where your face hurts and your stomach, like your abs hurt the next day. Like that, I love that feeling. And I really try to chase that. That's what I look for when I look for friends. If you're funny, we're gonna be friends, okay? Because I don't know, if you can make somebody laugh like that, be my friend. Please be my friend. Yeah, I like laughing. I think everybody does. It's just a great feeling, and when you're dying laughing, I think it's one of the best feelings in the world. And I think that when you surround yourself with people that do that, it's just, life is easier to handle, I guess, because life is already hard as it is. And but if you have people that can relax you and make you laugh like that, I think that that's so great, and it's awesome. So I've been smiling this whole video. This is great. I like it. I like trying to be a light person, because I've been in very dark situations, and it's just not fun. I don't want to be in dark situations, and life is, again, as I said, already hard as it is. And so I don't know, I just like to make light of things as much as possible. And I try to be the one to make people laugh, because I know that laughter brings joy to not only me, but them as well. So I'm just all about trying to make people laugh. That's another purpose. You know what I mean? It's another purpose. Another thing, I love finding hidden ducks. Finding hidden ducks is a great feeling. It's like I feel like I'm a little kid again, and I'm on an Easter egg hunt, and I know they're just for Jeep people or whatever, but there's also a duck hiding thing for I don't know, things on cruise ships, or I don't know, out in the city or whatever. You'll find a random duck. I don't know, I just think it's so fun, and I love that, and I just think it makes us feel like a kid again, and I like that feeling, because I like feeling like a kid, because it's just, I don't know, I feel like it just is easier. I think that's why I like working with kids so much, is because being in that mental state, being in the kid mental state is so easy. It's so fun, and I feel like I just get caught up worrying all the time. and I just forget about the kid mindset because I'm so stressed about literally everything. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. But yeah, finding ducks and hiding ducks is so fun. It makes me feel so much joy, and I love it. I love them ducks. Anyway, moving on. Getting something that I've saved up for. I can't tell you how good it feels to buy yourself something that you have worked hard for. I did this with my camera. I worked super hard. I worked my butt off to be able to afford a, what was it? I think it was like $1,800 camera, like a camera of my dreams. Like I worked really hard for that, and I love the feeling when I get it and I'm like, this is like a trophy for me. Like this is so nice. I guess it's the idea of the hard work pays off. I love that feeling. Like when you have worked your butt off and then you get something in return for that work. Super, super satisfying. And I try to do this a lot where, I work really hard so I can get those things in return, because that feeling is just so immense for me. And I feel like so much joy comes from that. So I really try to work as hard as I can, and that feeling will happen. So yeah, I do that with everything. I've bought like myself jewelry and stuff. Like it's just nice when you have a little money that you've saved up and you can spend it on yourself. You can treat yourself, give yourself a little present. Like I really like that. And I think that it's super important to give yourself gifts, because this is your first time living. Allow yourself to enjoy, allow yourself to celebrate yourself. I feel like there's not enough times for me that I've celebrated myself for the accomplishments that I've actually done. And as I've gotten older, I've kind of realized this, little small victories, like you have to celebrate, because if you don't, it's just going to be like a mindless circle of just like going, keeping going. So getting something that I've worked so hard for and treating myself is a very, very nice feeling. I'm not saying that I do it all the time, but when I can, it's very nice, and I really appreciate that for myself. Finding money on the ground. This thing brings me so much joy. I love finding pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters on the ground, because literally it's free money. It's free money, and I'm just literally walking, and my walking is paying off. It's like a little reward from the universe. It's like, okay, you've been doing well, you get a little quarter, or you get a little 2 cents. Like, I love that. Like, that's just, it makes me so happy. And I have like a little jar that I put my coins in, and, once it's like full, I'll like roll my coins and give it to the bank. I don't know, it's just so nice. I like it. It's something that makes me feel like a kid, because again, I'm like finding something. It's like a little game that I play with myself. I don't know. I like it. I like the little coins on the ground. It just makes me happy. And also, I've made like over, I don't know, I'm going to say like probably over $40 in change over the years of like doing that. So it all adds up. Don't forget that. Putting on fresh clothes. This is something that I enjoy more when I'm like traveling. Is that like, sometimes when you're traveling and you like forget to bring stuff, you have to like wash your stuff in the sink and, whatever. But like when you have a fresh pair of clothes, like the whole nines, it's just fresh and it smells nice, and it's just so good. I love that. Fresh clothes, clean. Everything's clean. I'm a Virgo, so I like everything to be clean. I also have ADHD, so that's probably another reason. But yeah, everything's clean. I love it. It's just so fresh, so nice. It makes me feel good. Like I'm ready, prepared for anything. Speaking of fresh and clean, I love cologne and perfume. It makes me so happy when like someone passes by me and and they smell so good. Oh, it's dangerous. I love when people smell good because I'm like, yeah, that was nice. That was nice. So I have like a whole collection of like cologne and stuff like that because I like when I smell nice, because like sometimes I'll be doing something and I'll back up and I'm like, ooh, I smell good. I smell good. I don't know. It just makes me so happy. It like, because it hits the senses. I'm very aware of all of my senses: feel, taste, touch, sound. Really aware, and I love the smell, and I just love perfume and cologne and all of it, as long as it smells good. There's some perfume and colognes that I just cannot stand, but for the majority of the part, like if you're wearing something and you pass by me, I'm gonna know. I'm gonna pick it up. That's just me. That's just me. I notice these things. I'm very observant. Solving a problem in a creative way, that's something that it just gives me so much joy, because like when I'm working on a group project or something and they're like, I can't figure this out, and then I come up with a way that they didn't even think of at the beginning or, at all, it makes me feel so good because I'm using my brain in the way that it's wired to come up with a creative way to solve a problem. I feel like I'm a great problem solver. I feel like, well, depending on the situation, but for the majority, I'm a great problem solver, and I come up with some creative ways to solve problems. And when I do it, and then when I like think back on it, I'm like, ooh, that was good. I like that. I like doing that. It's just nice. It's a nice feeling like I've helped and contributed. It's a nice feeling. Christmas lights and Christmas. I mean, I don't really have to go into this one that much. I just love anything Christmas. I love the movies. I love the effervescence of it. I love, the snow, the lights, the vibe. Christmas is just one of the happiest times that I love. It won't be the same as when I was a kid, but I still love Christmas and I still cherish it and I still think it's fun. Christmas is great. Anyone else who thinks Christmas is not great, I feel bad for you. And that's on Christmas. Videos that I make that I like to rewatch. I don't rewatch a lot of my videos, but the videos that I really put time and effort in, and I don't know, it has some type of production value, I like to rewatch those because it's just, I don't know, I like them, and that's just what I like. So I like when I create those things that I like to watch again, because I'm like, that's what I need to start doing more of. I need to start doing more of things that I'm actually going to rewatch again, because I feel like that will also entice other people, this, that, and the other. So, but when I finish it and I rewatch it again and again and again, it's just like, satisfying. It's like, ooh, I did that. Ooh, I made that project. It's nice. It's comfortable. Vegan donuts. I don't really have to explain this much either. I love sweets and anything that has to do with sweets. I am 100% in love with donuts. I love any kind, except for like the jellies. I'm not a big fan of that. Or like the orange or lime flavors or lemon, whatever. I don't like those. But the majority of the donuts, I love donuts. And vegan donuts at that, because I'm dairy free. So I love a good vegan donut. And if it's good and if it's big enough, I'm satisfied. It's so nice. I love that. I find joy in donuts. Having deep conversations with somebody, this is something that I love. I love when you're so deep in a conversation that when it's over, you feel sad. Honestly, it makes me so happy because like I am such a deep thinker. I feel like a freaking philosopher sometimes. And I feel like people can't relate because they don't like to think about deep things or like scary universe things, but like that's literally in my brain all the time. And for someone to have like a really deep conversation with me about things like that, or like why people are the way they are, and like, things that you do that like nobody knows. Like I love those kinds of deep conversations because you get to learn and you get to know and grow so much more, I feel like, as a person. And like also the bond between whoever you're having the conversation with is so much deeper because of those deep conversations. I love it. I love deep conversations. And honestly, I don't think I've had a deep conversation in a while, but I do love when they happen. This is a weird one, but sweating when I work out. Again, I feel like, me putting in the hard work, like sweating, it just makes me feel like I've actually done something in the gym, or like I've actually ran. You know what I mean? I just like sweating because I just know I've done something. Like I know I've put in work. You know what I mean? I'm not the type of person to like, I don't know, leave with like a drenched shirt, but like I like actively, doing something and sweating, because like then I know something is actually happening and I'm putting in the work. I love being of value to people. Let me explain. I like to say that I'm a human Swiss Army knife because I have things, like I'm very prepared. I'm a prepared lesbian, okay? I have a lot of things. I carry knives, I carry Sharpies, I carry pens, I carry notebooks, anything that you need, tissues, ibuprofen, I got it, okay? I like to be prepared so that everyone around me feels good and also supported by me. So I like to be prepared for other people, also myself. So when people need me and I can give them that, such a satisfying feeling, because I'm like, I prepared for this. I have this. And then when I can't, I'm like, damn, I literally have all this and I didn't have that. So then I add it into my like little kit. Like it's the weirdest thing, but like I just like being of use to people, of service. I like, again, like when people ask me like, what's the time? Boom, I can give them the time. Do you have a Sharpie? Yeah, I got a Sharpie here. Just bring it back so I can have this for like, when another situation like this comes from. So many things. I like being prepared, not only for myself, but for other people. And when that happens, oh, that's such a good feeling. I love it. I'm like, ooh, I love being of service to people. I love being a human Swiss Army knife for people. Okay? There's something about it that I just love. Something else that brings me joy is people watching. Again, I'm a very observant person and my attention kind of goes everywhere. So like when I'm watching people in public, I just like to sit there and wonder about people's lives. Like, what are they doing? Like, why are they walking this way? Are they coming back from a job? Like, did they come from a breakup? Like, what's, going on? And I like to envision like stories about people when I people watch. It's so fun. And I find joy in watching people because studying people is honestly so good because it just saves in like a little file in your brain of like, oh, this is how people react and this is how people, go about their day when they think no one's watching. Like, who are you when no one's watching is what I want to know. So that's why I watch people. And also it's just good to know for the psychology of humans. You know what I mean? I don't know. I like to study people. I like to get in their minds. I like to figure them out. It's fun for me. It's intellectually stimulating. And I love people watching for that. It's great. Honestly, so fun. You should try it. I think that was about 23 things because I'm 23 years old. I think that was about 23 things. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, give it a like, share, comment. Everything is linked down in the description below. So go check that out if you're curious about how to support me or curious about any of the gear that I use or whatever else. It's all linked down below. So thank you all so much for watching it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye.